And here's the banded goslings already done and back in the holding pen, wearing their new jewelry. Some of them just starting to feather on the head there. Their head turns black first. Kind of an odd combination when they're black on the head and gray on the body. And here's a beautiful, this is a fashion statement. No doubt about that. Previously marked bird. This is a fairly old band that's been on for quite some years, quite a few years. There again comparing the age of goslings, probably about a 7-week one on the left and about a 3-week one on the right. And very good typical markings of a juvenile with the white stripes on the back of the wings. That bird's just ready to fly. Here's Jason from the Brant Foundation, cornering the goslings there and getting them ready to go in for banding, go over for banding. Other goslings here, like I said, just relaxed and totally happy about the whole situation. Their main goal in life right now is eating and resting. That's the beauty of working with Brant. They are so easy to work with. Here's some of the bird flu sampling going on by some people from the University at Fairbanks, University of Alaska at Fairbanks. And here's a old band being taken off and replaced with a new one. Sometimes these bands have been on so long they become unreadable. I forget exactly, but I think this bird was banded in 98 or 99. How old's that one, Chris?
Would have been banned.
Sometimes you got to dry your feet anywhere or anytime. Waders don't always keep the water out, and it's a lot of running and walking, and things get wet and things get damp, so you take advantage of any opportunity to dry out. This guy's so relaxed he's actually yawning. Just a real nice group of goslings in here with their parents. This is John Gray Featherbeard and Norm with a beautiful gander that a recapture bird previously banded. Jim showing a second-year bird here, still has the white stripes on the back of the wings. That bird returned to the nesting ground as 1-year-old, which is a little bit unusual. Weighing another gosling. TJ helping out, Jason and Dave. Another previously marked bird, older bird, showing the wear into the band there. That's L95. The bands are always red from the bottom up. This is another female with the new feathers on her belly there. You can see where her brood patch actually grown back with new feathers from when she was nesting. And this is a comparison of a cackler gosling with a Brant gosling. The cackler's the near one, the more yellow bird.
Cable tie on it because we caught this bird.
Chris showing a web tie
We just want to make sure that
here that he's developed a system of marking birds that were caught on the nest and weighed. He marked them with the cable tie on the band and wanted to recapture those later and weigh them again. So here's the release. The birds are back together all in one group and then let go, and boy, they're happy about that. They do the great run for the water. And they're happy when they get there. Now here's a Brant blur, my idea of rush hour traffic. Beautiful, beautiful sprint to the water, and they're just ecstatic about getting back out there. John drying out again. And
We banded more than you did.
Norm helping release some birds. Time to pack up the traps and head back to camp for the day.
Trying to make you a star.
As the birds are still spreading out and getting back to where they belong. Sometimes it's a few miles back to camp, sometimes it's not very far at all. We get back to camp, we're there again trying to dry out. You're always trying to dry out. Things are always damp, and you're always changing clothes, and sometimes you're damp from sweat, and sometimes you're damp from leaky waders. There's always some birds nearby, like these cacklers are always right around the tents and enjoying the grazing there. Some of the cackler goslings, one brood had these two very unusual goslings in it, kind of a blonde color to them. And you're always looking around on the mud and seeing why the birds like it here, why it's a great place to raise young waterfowl. There's a tremendous amount of insects available. The sauna, definitely a place for some of the more philosophical conversations. And of course there's the weather. It looks like more coming, a constant thing. These young terns nearby are all feathered out and I believe sitting there planning their journey to the south. And unfortunately, we have to be thinking about the same thing. We got to be leaving this beautiful place. A lot of hectic activity going on here, tearing things down, getting gear packed up and moved out by the river. And of course, right on time, here comes Norman with his boat to haul a lot of the gear back to Chevak, store it for the winter. We're all lucky to have a great field season and experience new friends and some of the people here in the native village, work with them. And of course, we had a great crew to work with. Sorry to see them go, but we also made some new friends there, and each and every one of us took home some cherished memories of things that happened at camp. As our visit ends and we ponder the future of Tutakoke, weather patterns will be a big part of what takes place. Hopefully research will find a way to continue to benefit both students and waterfowl. And as tradition would have it, Brant will return to nest, most likely right alongside last year's eggshells.